the whole project in Seva Bharat in Bihar that was funded by REEP was a project to entice, encourage, and inspire women entrepreneurs to take up solar power in rural areas on one of the most needed places in India, and to showcase that women could be entrepreneurs and innovators, which was very critical, using them as a renewable energy champions per se. The program now has developed into it is now expanded into multiple states like Northeast. The small program that we started with REEP has led to a snowball effect, which is now in the Northeast, the 7 to 8 states of the Northeast, as well as in Odisha, Jharkhand, and other parts of Karnataka. Today, more than 4 to 4,500 women entrepreneurs and innovators use solar energy, and that's the replicating effect of the program that we started many years ago. The REEP program, there were very few programs in the world that actually put in resources for high-risk innovations. And this was an innovation in terms of proving that women-led business models could actually work in the rural areas. And it was an experiment. And very few people are willing to actually put in these resources. And that is exactly when REEP took the risk many years ago, which has led to the replication in more than 7 to 8 states, as well as 2 states in the South, which would not have happened if that risk-taking resources was not available, and we could not have done a project which many believed could not happen. And now it's become the norm, and that's how it has helped Selco and its affiliates to prove that once you use gender or women as a catalyst, the scaling and replication can happen faster. During the project, we had to change multiple things because it's not, and it was for the good and for the better. I think sometimes there was barriers of the financial institutions not financing because women had no collateral, that could delays. But I think the risk capital that REEP had put in enabled us to have the patience to make the program work. So overall objectives of the program were not disturbed. We achieved the original objectives, what we led to, but there were changes as like any other program that we do. Some of the ground realities come in for some of the other barriers which we had not anticipated, that many of the women that we were trying to promote didn't have collaterals to the financial institutions, but the risk capital from REEP helped that overcome those with the local financial institutions, leading to creating an ecosystem that if we had to start a project again, these are the basics that we should actually take care of. So overall objectives were met, but the flexibility of resources enabled us to change some of the program deliverables over the period of the project timelines. The most positive impact of the program was that it has empowered women, made them financially stable, more confident, and suddenly you created a lot of livelihood opportunities for 50% of the population which did not have access to inclusive interventions in terms of livelihoods and opportunities. I think this has also inspired many other girls in vocational schools that renewable energy could be an avenue for future income generation, and many of the training institutes in Bihar and now elsewhere in the other 7 states in the Northeast and Odisha, Jharkhand have, because of the success that we had in Bihar and a couple of other states, that it has pushed, it has directly led women owning systems, owning assets, bringing more security to the family, leading to better education for the kids, better opening up of opportunities for the kids to go up. The social impact of this program has been immense. And because you had created a powerful tool for the weakest section of the society, the women, to empower themselves so that they had to feel secure in the future. See, there were 2 main barriers when the project started. Number one, how do you, because of cultural obligations, a lot of the women were not moving out of their houses, or they would vary about these particular interventions could women actually do it? So we had to create pioneers, followers, or innovators who others could actually follow. So thankfully we piggybacked on our very successful partner Seva Bharat, who are very well versed with looking at women communities in some of the most conservative parts of the country. And so how do we create role models? So we used some of the first pilots to create role models that the other women actually followed. The second barrier was the ability of the financial institutions to actually give money to women, and especially because women did not own any assets, because either the house or the land was mostly in the name of the husband. How do we actually convince the banks to finance the people who didn't have collateral, and especially the women, was the second biggest challenge. But that's where the REEP's capital helped in unlocking and creating a guarantee mechanisms for the women to actually take the loans. The biggest strength of the program is it's a two-way partnership. We don't act as a funder. We basically work with the women stakeholders, innovators, entrepreneurs, Seva Bharat, and create the program in partnership with everybody. And even if a decision has to be made, it is a decision that comes from the bottom up. It's not a top-down approach that we come up with a livelihood option from somewhere else in the country, but the livelihood option was created, the need was created by the women in that area. So our ability to convert the need of the grassroots into an opportunity for the poor there itself, I would say, would have been one of our biggest strengths. As I was saying before, the hesitations in the bank was removed after we put up guarantee in the banks, and using the philanthropic capital of the program, of REEP's program, leading to the banks getting more confidence that women are going to pay if they take a loan for energy access using solar as a tool, which led to now numerous banks across the country in the poorer parts, especially in Odisha, Jharkhand, in the Northeast, are financing people about less than $1,000, which they never used to for women before. I mean, there were a lot of unanticipated. It's the very fact that the confidence levels of the women much stronger, leading to better education rates among children, because the seriousness of sending a child to school became very, the health expenses came down because the people of the confidence looking at, okay, now I can earn money, the thought process, their ability to open up among each other, the type of advice that they got, leading to lowering of their unnecessarily expenses that was happening, increasing their broad and advancement, leading to saying that, no, we need to get our kids educated for a better life. So though education was not the initial this thought process, but it was a direct impact that confidence in the women led to better education for the kids. Our next goal is to have more than 10,000 women entrepreneurs and innovators by 2026, and 15,000 women girls champions of sustainability. Using the success of this program, which then got replicated, as said before, in the other 7 states, we have come up with the program last year that we should aim in the next 4 years, 10,000 women entrepreneurs and 15,000 girl sustainability champions who are the future leaders by 2030. This is our goal.